Hello and welcome everybody to round 3 of the Paddock Sim Racing's GT3 Pro Series Season 2. We're here at Silverstone, lovely British part of the world, across the pond, the most. Unpredictable weather here this weekend. As you can see, the track is pretty green, pretty cold right now, but very dry. Earlier in the practice sessions, it was quite monsoon or it was a little damp. So we have a 50-50 chance. I guess a 33.3 repeating chance of one of those three conditions: dry, damp, and or monsoon. So we'll see what happens as the sessions progress. Currently in free practice, very short free practice, but you can see we got a full grid this weekend here at Silverstone, bringing all the stops and all the drivers out. Love seeing that. Hello everybody joining the chat as well. I am your host, TPSR Weasel. I will be your hostess with the mostest this weekend. I hope you guys don't get too annoyed from me, but we shall do our best and spectate the spectacle that's going to be spectated by you and I. That is for sure. Yes. It's gonna be a great... Hang on, something just happened. Toby is freaking out, man. Freaking out. I guess it's fine. Fine. All right. Well, technical difficulties. Why? We have quite a few new faces here this weekend. Love seeing it. Our very own TPSR Diesel back on the grid. Missed the first couple races, and there's a car off right there behind him. Like another TPSR driver. I believe that was Ilzabor. Noise. A few new drivers and a few new machines out here on grid with a lone Lamborghini, the 255 car, driven by Trip. Welcome to the series, Trip. Seeing what you can do this weekend. Fantastic. As well as Andre in the 55 McLaren. Similarly, paint schemed to black CR1. 31 machine. A decent run, but some poor luck at Monza last weekend. See, he's put a lot of track time here at Silverstone. Let's see if he can plot his way back from that kind of a heartbreaking run at Monza. He's doing incredibly well for the most part. Got caught up just a few times, and that's all it takes in some of these races. Just a little put out one or two times, and the rest of the field, they just kind of leave you behind. They'll send you a postcard when hang on guys, hang on. Oh, no, I can't do that on my phone. All the thing, do the thing. about it. Oh no! What do you think? Oh, sorry guys, technical difficulties. Furiously button mashing the things. Alright. Sad weasel noises. Okay, alright. You know what? Weasel did his best. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. Totally threw me off my game. Now I don't know what I was doing, or where I am, or how many sausages. Okay, just a few, well, less than a minute and a half here left in free practice. Then we'll go straight into qualifying. Pretty decent qualifying. Again, unpredictable weather here. It could be wet, it could be dry, it could be just a little damp out on track. So everybody did very well in putting their setups together for all three scenarios. I saw a lot of people on the server earlier this week, so we'll see what happens as it gets a little closer. Qualifying starts to get wet or not. Qualifying is one thing, but in the race is another. A very long race here this weekend. 2 hours at Silverstone with unpredictable weather conditions and some very, very fast drivers out on grid. As you can see, LMR Top Secret sitting on the top right now with a 1:59.3. Very quick indeed for the cold temperatures that we have out on track. Very hard to keep into those tires to sustain a fast lap time, but does not seem to be slowing him down. A lot of people out on track, but a lot of people didn't even bother going out for free practice, so we have no data to really go on as we head into official qualifying here this weekend. It's going to be very interesting indeed, as a few people still have to finish up their laps. McLaren is one of those drivers. With that limited knowledge, everybody, do you guys predict any unpredictable predictions of who's going to come out on top in qualifying? I don't know. We got a lot of new faces here on the grid, as well as our usual fast guys. As you can see, JRT Erish didn't even put a lap time in. He's very quick indeed. It's just Sam, also very quick. SPS Stale, also very quick. Medication, also very quick. LMR Top Secret, very quick indeed. TPSR Diesel, very quick indeed. There's so many fast people. I don't know what to do. Help! Help! Qualifying is going to be insane. It's just going to be insane. All right, now that I am calm. Still one driver. Black. Finish! Hurry! We're waiting on you! Oh, and then he comes back. Nice. As you can see, it's now raining for qualifying. Very exciting. Very exciting, very exciting. All right, who's going to pull the trigger first? A lot of people changing setups, as you can see. A lot of people jumping back into the garage setups. Let's see who comes out first. And of course, it's Top Secret. Very eager to get out there and perform in the Porsche. The lone Porsche this weekend. All by himself. Got a few other individuals out here as well. You got a lone Bentley of Stel and a lone Lamborghini of Trip. Very cool indeed. A lot of Ferraris still out on the grid, so we'll see. Ferraris dominated last weekend at Monza on the very, very hot, slick, but very hot track of Monza. Now we flip it on very cold temperatures here in Silverstone. Very wet, as you can see the raindrops on your screen and on the camera. Porsche, the 992 car, can work his magic. If there's any particular driver that you come to the stream and you want to spectate and or spy on, or just see how they're doing out on track, let me know in the comments. I have them up. We'll watch together. We'll go spy on the driver of your choice. It may be wet, but that Porsche is very, very happy and stable looking right now, as it seems, as the Bentley right behind the 617 SPS now. Thunders onto the back straight. Very curious to see what the lap times will be. I haven't run too many laps here this weekend myself. I know in the dry they were hitting 59s, almost 58s. The cold temperatures. Not ideal, mind you, but we'll see. As they start finishing up their out laps. It's Ferrari. The chicane section, just outside the F1 stadium section. How many people remember the old Silverstone? Not the old one, but the old new old one. How many times has they renovated this stadium? Quite a few times, I believe. But I did like the backside of the old layout. New one's good too. New one is good too. Not as swoopy, in my opinion, but it still gets the job done. Very competitive, very fast. Loved this track with LMP2 machines. The speed through Mackets and Beckett's onto Hangar Straight. The Ferrari working the wheel through that S's there. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle. That's going to hurt that lap time. You got to keep the car in check. The machine spun out. Who are you? Alright. Ooh, alright, we're starting to get into some lap times that are going to be put in through a 2:06 by the lone Porsche on the grid this evening. Oh, just behind the 2:07. Just behind with the 2:07. Alright, that's going to be a battle. Let's see. Oh, Arish jumps right in the fray with a 2:06. I believe that's 2:06.9. We might as well just keep our eye on the leaderboard here. 2:07 flat from that Mercedes. That is definitely going to put a little fire under Top Secret's rear engine. Flat 6. That is going to be some crazy competitive lap times here in qualifying. From our typical top 3. Very fast gents. Pushing hard. Few cars about to come across the line. We'll see where they stand. A lot of Wow, very close lap time so far. Pretty much in 3 different categories at the moment, but I predict that will change for the remaining 9 minutes of qualifying. Looks like Fuzzball kind of pinched Diesel, who was on a flyer there as he was coming out of pits. Who was that first name? Oh, it was Fuzzball. There he is. Yeah, that was Fuzzball. 255 spun heading into the S's. He jumps back to pits. No improvement so far from first and or second. Although Arish is about to come across the line, that Mercedes, very comfortable platform in these conditions. No improvement there. We'll see. Zeke up into 4th right now. Let's check these times tables right now. 2:06 is your fastest. 2:07's here by just behind. 2:08's from It's Just Sam, Medication, Beefy, and Zeke. Very fast. Beefy improving his time. Still about 6/10 off of 3rd place of Bentley. Bunch of 2:10s and 2:09s as well. It seems to be the majority of the field's pace at the moment. You gotta remember, very wet conditions, very cold track temperatures. It's gonna take a long time to get those tires set and happy. And unless you tune for the pressures to come up very quickly. At that point, you'll have a few laps. Do your fast laps. After that, it will just fall off pace-wise, but that's what qualifying is for, I guess. Let's see. Top Secret coming through the final carousel onto the front straight. Any improvement from the Porsche? A few tenths of an improvement. Stall goes by, no improvement. I mean, we had an off lap that lap, so we'll see what happens as he comes around another time. But 2nd place, just 4/10 off now. Now just a 10th off of Top Secret. That's incredibly close right there for sure. Now it's just Sam, Doggy Hat, and Medication. They all jump up several spots. Still 5 minutes left here in qualifying. Top Secret back out after coming into pit lane. Probably heated up his tires a little too much. Great lap times from these guys. That's what I want. Oh, look at these. Very fast. Several. Beefy, Doggy Hat, Sam, Medication, and Stall all in the 2:07s now. Zeke not far behind. Getting pretty good. Top 3 still out. Medication into pit lane from 4th. right now. And welcome everybody who's just joining the stream. By the way, this is the Paddock Sim Racing's round 3 of our GT3 Pro Series, our Pro Driver Series. Very intense conditions out on track, as well as the level of skill out on track. SPS Stale goes by with a 2:06.1, leapfrogging both Erish and Top Secret, puts him on provisional pole for the moment, but everybody is still out at the moment. It looks like the majority of them on flyers. So we'll see what happens. Oh, my controller batteries! We're gonna have to fix that here in a second. My controller batteries are dying. That is unfortunate. The professionalism. Like Vinny coming up to a Honda through the S's. Looks like he had a little bit of speed, but had to check up. So if he hurries up, he should be able to get one more go. I can either get around or back off just a little bit to get that run. At the moment, where are our drivers? Still on a flyer. First place Bentley at the moment. Top Secret on his flyer after coming out from the pits. There's our Mercedes. Oh, backside of the track. Our Mercedes. TPSR Ferraris. Okay, about to come through. No improvement there. Plenty of time to do one more. Very new to the scene here, but doing very well out on track. About mid-pack. A very nice place to be, in my opinion, because that's pretty much where I always end up at some point or another. It's like the Hondas are struggling here at Silverstone in the wet conditions. Did pretty well at Monza. Went super wide there through what is the final corner for F1. Pull off to the side. He's dirty his lap. I don't. Yeah, he won't be able to make it for another. The bright lime green and blue 74 TPSR Audi team. Very vibrant colors right there. Erish in pit lane with a 2:05.7, leapfrogging once again. SPS Style, as he is still on a flyer, has room to improve, just 3/10 behind the number 4 Mercedes, but as Top Secret pulls back into pit lane, and it's just Sam jumps in front of Medicated and Doggy Hat, both with improvements. It is very hard to keep track of everybody's gains right now. See. And he jumps up right in front of Erish on the last lap as the flag flies with a 2:05.7. Just 1/100th of a second over Erish in the number 4 Mercedes. 100th of a second. That's crazy. Maybe in like optimum conditions with plenty of time, but that's insane. To have that close of a time gap right there, that's awesome. Love seeing that. 27, the 47, the 25, and the 31 still out on track. We'll see here. Doggy Hat, and it's just Sam. Very fast drivers indeed. I believe they'll put down some slammers here. Ooh, Elzebor going a little wild there out the backside of the track as he spins it after hitting this AstroTurf on the exit to the back straight. He's got to get out of the way. Quick, there's Ferrari coming. He does just that. Very nice. Let's jump on board with the 27 as he comes across the line now. Any improvement there? He does. Jumps up to 4th, just beating out Beefy in his Ferrari. Let's jump on board with Sam as he's about to come across the line as well in the 25 Ferrari. Any improvement from him? Oh, he does. Also beats out Beefy by just 0.2 of a second, but not quite enough to put out Doggy Hat in the 27. Black CR1 coming across the line. Looks like he's got a good line here. Black CR1 improves as well up into 8th place. Fantastic qualifying session from all of our drivers. Mad improvements there in the last few laps for these guys. Definitely more room to grow, as you could see. I definitely think we could have seen a low 205, maybe even a 204 from these guys in the wet conditions. Let's see what happens in the race. Now we are in the wet right now here in qualifying, but we're going to have a short little break. You never know, that short little break could turn into dry conditions. So that could be a nice little flip. We'll have to see what happens here in just a few seconds. All right, we're going to take a quick little break, everybody, while we prep for the actual 2-hour event. So stay tuned with us real quick. Everybody go get a lovely beverage, a soft drink, if you will. Well, yeah, we're going to have to reset anyway. Buttons. Why do them? Okay, yeah, we got about a 5-minute break. Go to the bathroom, get a snack, get a beverage, and we'll see you back here for 2 hours of Silverstone and what looks to be dry conditions. Crazy. All right, we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Got a few more minutes left before the 2 hours of Silverstone starts. But let's go over some of these points positions that we have on our screen at the moment. We got a few drivers that missed last race, but we're here first race, and a few new faces all together. So points are going to be kind of, up in the air as we head into round 3 here. So as you can see, I believe Doggy Hat was the driver with the most points at the moment, followed very closely by Top Secret and GRT Arish. Very, very close indeed. Several close-knit battles out here. Stale, It's Just Sam, and SVR Larkin very close in points, just 60 or 50 points behind Doggy Hat. I don't have the full points board on. I could put it. But also, I had this up here just a little bit ago. We asked you guys which livery did you fancy the most from round 2, and you guys voted over on our Discord page, and you guys chose mine. You guys chose my Nissan, the number 75 Nissan GTR, the black, gray, and darker gray. It's just gray, and gray, but you guys liked it. So here's next week's poll, by the way. Head over to our Discord group if you want to participate in that poll and see some of the cool things that we have going on over in Discord. And if you ever want to just, fancy running with a whole bunch of guys that actually, race well and clean, the guys are always posting in Discord when they're going to be hopping into the server. So you guys can join them for some racing shenanigans. It's always a lot of fun. How's everybody doing, by the way? Has everyone had a good weekend so far? Everybody, I know the weather's been pretty nice over in my neck of the woods. Everybody go out, barbecue or go to the lake or head down to the river or go hiking? No? Okay, yeah, me neither. Work. It's always work. All right. Let me go ahead and bring us back. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. There we go. Bring us back to the racing as we're on our parade lap as SPS Style 3006 takes us around in the big-bodied Bentley, the 617 machine. He'll take us around the track one time, and we'll go green flag. GRT Arish sitting right behind him, followed very closely with LMR Top Secret. TPSR driver Doggy Hat sitting in the 27 Ferrari, followed by a fleet of Ferraris of It's Just Sam, Beefy, and Medicated. The next car back, Black ZR1 in 8th in his McLaren. Number 9 is Zeke in the first of the Lexuses. TPSR Audi coming in strong with the 47 of Elzebor and the 74 of Smokes. SVR Larkin in the second of the Lexus sister cars. Looks like those guys got split. What? I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or not. But SVR Larkin in 13th, Andre in 14th, Vinny in 15th, Hunter Fox 16th, TPSR Diesel in 17th, 18th is PTG Onyx. Love seeing him out on track with these guys. A newcomer to the series in 19th is Trip in the Lamborghini and Fuzzball in the 530 Mercedes. Fantastic. That's your grid for this weekend. We're about to go racing. We're about halfway around the track. The front battle here is going to be insane between these guys. Remember, guys, we got 2 hours of racing. I believe one mandatory pit stop. Maybe? Yes! EWP max in water. Yes. Right. Very. This group of Ferraris right here. I cannot wait for them to be let loose. Because these guys had a very awesome battle at Monza last weekend. It was pretty much anybody's game for the majority. Who was that? Who was that? Who just went off stage left? Right there. Crazy. Alright, we got coming into the final chicane now. As we're heading towards the green flag. Let's jump on board with our front row here, on board with the number 4 of GRT Arish, just outside of SPS Stale. Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat here, guys. This is going to be insane. All right. That slow crawl to the green light. Everybody's lined up nice and neat. The nerves are probably going right about now at Mach 12. And, wait for it. Wait for it. They come up to the zone. And that's the green flag. The green flag flies. Looks like GT Arish got a great run, but the inside line belongs to that Bentley. Let's see if the tires are hot. Ooh, Arish still door to door. Ooh, big hip check there between the front row. They go side by side into the S's for the first time. The 992 also in the fray with the inside line, and he gets by. I don't know if Arish let him through or not. Ooh, a little bit of a wiggle from the Mercedes in third. Almost lost position to, I believe that is Doggy Hat. No, that's Sam. It's just Sam moves up a position as well. Everybody coming through the timing and scoring, so it's freaking out on the left side of your screen. So am I. The 25 moves up a spot. Ferrari of Medicated loses a couple spots, and Black CR1 moves up to 7th. A couple position changes in the back of the grid as well. Everybody's still super close together, but SPS Stale still out in front from the beginning. There goes a cone flying. So that's a souvenir for someone. Take that home, will ya? Beautiful Bentley gliding through that turn 1 of the F1 section. Top Secret doing work to keep that momentum up from that green flag as it flew. He went through and didn't look back. Jump back just a few more spots here to Doggy Hat. Arish, a few spots down now, looking to the inside of the 27 car. What happened there? We missed that when we were also paying attention that time. Hey, what's up, Coat? How you doing? Does this not make you want to jump in here? Great racing. How you been? Stall goes through, completes lap 1 of green flag right now. Out in front, 7/10 out in front of these guys. That's going to be pretty much nose to tail for the majority of the field. Let's jump back as the 114 car heads into pit lane predictably with damages. That's PTG Onyx. That's very interesting indeed. Oh, there's another Ferrari right behind him. I believe that's Vinny. Vinny probably also with damages. Andre and Trip also move up positions from that. Top Secret. Ooh, a little bit of a wiggle there coming off of Hangar Straight with the Ferrari of Sam right underneath the wing of that Porsche. You want to come back to racing at 2 a.m.? Oh, I forget, yeah. You're across the pond from us, and we are U.S. based. So most of our races are U.S. times. But we got a lot of people from all over the place. We got Aussies, we got the Brits, couple Italians. As long as you can understand and communicate in English, you are more than welcome to join the TPSR events. Well, as you can see, we've got a full grid right now. Ooh, PTG Onyx with a drive-through penalty. That's a shocker after just 1.5 laps. Nearly 2 laps now for these guys. It's the 51 car still in pit lane. That must have been some serious damages. Let's jump back in the pack just a little bit with TPSR Diesel moving up through the grid quite nicely, capitalizing on a lot of the mistakes on the early stages of the race. I'm very curious to see when he'll get his speed underneath of him. Diesel is one of the drivers that the longer he races out on track, the faster he becomes. So it's going to be very interesting to see where he comes out towards the end. Very quick. SPS still charging hard in the front of the grid. Camera, please work with me. There we go. Yeah, the Porsche Cup. The Porsche Cup might get pushed back in dates, but we'll see. We'll see what happens coming up soon. Ooh, that was a Ferrari going wide. I believe that's the 51 car. No, it's the 99 car. Oh, and we lost a car. We lost Medicated. Oh, he joined back. That was a lag out there from Medicated, so he'll come back. But it'll put him probably a lap down. Very interesting right there. The top 3 right now. Still very close indeed. Arish jumping back up into board. These guys are still super close together. Yeah. We may not have enough Porsche Cup code. We may not have enough like people power, I guess you would say, to run 2 series at a time, but we're going to try and work it out. There's a lot of people that can't race here in the GT3 series. I'm trying to work it out so they can come over and run in the Porsche Cup series, which will be on the following day. A little bit about the same start time. So it'll still be super late for you, pretty much Monday morning. Battle right here. The Ferrari still putting on great showing here right behind Top Secret. As Arish just a little bit further back, that little bit of an uh-oh. I don't know if that was driver error or a little bit of fender rub from others. Drivers flip-flop around here in the back. Smokes and Elzebor side to side as they come down Hanger Straight. And there's a Fuzzball right behind them. Smokes with the outside line on Elzebor. Teammate cars, so I don't believe there's going to be too much of a fight between the two. Elzebor looks to the inside, kind of defending the line from Fuzzball right there. As it looks like it's just Sam on the coat tails of Top Secret still. That is going to be a battle to watch all race long. We'll jump back here. It's the Lamborghini back there. Trip doing a good job. Ooh, the Lexus. This is the 114 car. Already a lap down. PTG Onyx having to hit early. Kind of staying out of the way of battles going on. Some great heads-up drag. Oh, Smokes gets a little squirrely. Heading through the hairpin, side to side once again with Elzebor. Yeah, take it easy, Coat. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you on the track again soon. Ooh, the 76 of Diesel. Smokes lets by. teams, but not teams for points. That Ferrari is starting to look very racy indeed. Evie and Vinny. Oh, Vinny had a long stop in the opening laps of the race. Still, I believe he is only one lap down. That is more than enough time to really push hard and get several positions back. As hard as the top 4, top 5 drivers are going right now. We'll see what happens. There may be some rain in our future. Black CR1 on the outside of the 27 of Doggy Hat. CR1's McLaren very fast here this weekend. Let's hopefully it stays dry. That car has been loving the dry. Maybe not the track temps, but the dry atmosphere is suiting that car and on this track very well. My money also on black. Always put money on black. Oh, looking at the inside line there of the 27 car, just sticking his nose in, saying I'm here, but not really pulling the trigger from that far back. Trying to do an over-under move. Are we going to get to see it? Nope, not quite. Doggy Hat with a very good launch onto this mid-straight. That's the back straight. There's so many backs to this track now. It's the back, mid-back. Mid-back straight. Not the back-back, but the mid-back. Oh, Black 01 overcorrection and off into the grass. Heading into the carousel. He went off, but didn't lose too much track space. Did lose a position to Ziki, so it was a very, unfortunate mistake there, but he only lost one position. Oh, he's got to look. There's the 51 car right there behind him, but TPSR crew all together. Pretty much. Elsbor, Diesel, Smokes. In that order. Alright guys, buckle in. It's going to be a long ride. We are just only over 10 minutes into this 2-hour race. This is intense. Black CR1 already looking pretty racy. Is it? I don't know if it's Curse the Commentator or what. Black, we're not gonna spectate you anymore. I promise, we're done. Come on, buddy. I got money on Black. Let's go. All right, let's jump up with Sam. He's doing all right up here. That sucks so bad. I'm so sorry, Black. You can do it. Company. All right, I need a drink, something strong and on the rocks after that one. I'm just joking. It's Pepsi. Not for him. All right. Very, very close battle still here in the mid pack, as well with Andre and Larkin. Great battle going on here. Several cars in the mix going on here. Just up the road, Lopski. Lamborghini. Cars all over the place so far in the opening section of this track. I love seeing that. My job a little easier to track them, but to see the battles, the close door-to-door battles. Yes, indeed. 27 back positions. Not a few positions, but track space. Oh, there's a car! Who was that? That was a Lamborghini that just went sailing off track. No, that wasn't a Lamborghini. Who is this? That was a 31 car. That was Black CR1. It just looked like his brakes gave out. losing the 4 positions out there on track from that. Oh, more than that. There's a lot. There was a lot of positions lost from that McLaren all the way back to the other McLaren out here on track of Andre. Yeah, he has to have some damages. I wonder if he's got wet tires on his car right now. That would turn your tires into glass, pretty much, after just a few laps in, and we're at lap 6 so far, about to be lap 7 from our race leader as... And there you go, lap counted, number 7 of many, many more to come here in this race. Fantastic. Very smooth hands by these guys up front. Watch them through the S's here. In, settle. Car nice and slowed down, throw the car in, control the weight transfer as you head full punch out of that final corner in the S's there. Late brake as much as possible at the end of Hangar Straight, very smooth, using all of the rumble strips on the way out. For a straight line, very textbook here indeed. Nothing but smoothness, like butter, smooth butter. What's a brand of smooth butter? I don't know. These guys still all pretty much even. Arish still about 5 seconds back from these guys. No real change. Really, I think he lost only about a second more to these guys since he was off track earlier. I think he's hoping for the guys up front to battle each other just a little bit so he can work his magic and get back to the front. As Larkin now hunting an Elzebor. There's a little bit of a mix-up there with the TPSR crew. Smoke's moving up a few positions with Buzzball. Ooh, Larkin looking very racy on the outside, heading into an over-under move in the hairpins. And he'd do a double over-under mechanic. No, both have a pretty good exit. He had to go wide. Fantastic racing right there. That is Andre, the 55 machine, just behind him. Just a little bit further back on track. Hunter and his Honda. Black CR1 back in pit lane. 99. He's 2 laps down now. Got disconnected, had to rejoin. He's now making his way downtown, moving fast, going past other Ferraris. That was somebody. Who was that? Lost somebody. Another disconnection. Seems like Xbox service seems to be rather scatterbrained at the moment. Who is the fourth? Who are you? Beefy and medicated. Down a few laps. Beefy only down. I think he's still on the lead lap at the moment, but losing a position to Medicated, who's trying to make his way back. Back to the lead lap. Keep an eye on his progress, as he's definitely got speed in his Ferrari at the moment. Top secret. Still stuck in a sandwich here between first and second. Got messages from the guys. Okay, alright, cool. Also, while I'm on Discord, head over to our Discord group, link in the description below, and you can go over and check out a whole bunch of the guys' perspectives over on their Twitch channels. So you have Beefy streaming right now. You have TPSR Smokes and LMR Top Secret. I'm sure a bunch of the others are streaming too at the moment, but that's all that we have linked to our Discord. So head on over there and check out some of their first-person streams. You can see some of their cool setups and they have all their stuff going on. It's very neat. Go check them out, guys. Also, head over to our Twitter as well. That's where all of our updates go to first, as well as our Discord group. So follow us on Twitter and Discord. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing right here, subscribe to the channel, because we point out content every week. If you enjoy it, hit the red button. If not, there's a lot of other cool racing going on out there. Check them out as well. Pretty cool. As looks like track temps are barely starting to come up, but they are coming up in temperature. Not enough to really affect the handling of the cars just yet. We'll see. The race is still young. We're just about 20 minutes into this thing now. 10 laps in. As the top 3/top 4, Arish is still right there, but losing ground pretty quickly to these guys. He lost 4 seconds over the last 3 laps now. I wonder if he's going to try and do a one-stopper like he did before in the other races. Didn't really turn out well for him, but I know he's got the... Ooh, big slide there. He's got the gumption to pull it off, if I do say so. All the drivers very spread out at the moment. So you can see the little mini map down there at the bottom right side of your screen. Wait a lap or two, there will be a whole bunch of cars back together. This track is, I don't know, from my experience, it's known to have that accordion effect on the cars out on grid. They'll spread out and then they'll come right back together just a few laps later, which is really cool for racing. It's very hard to stay consistent if you're an inconsistent driver like myself. Very wide, so finding the proper line lap after lap can be a little challenging, especially when you have decently cold track temperatures. No rain right now, although it was in the forecast, so it could still happen at any given point here in this race. A little bit of dirt kicked up there from TPSR Smokes as he's off track right in front of the Lamborghini. A little bit of ground. Triplowski? I hope I'm saying that right. Say fellows. Not Japanese word. There's a whole nother second over the top 3 of Arish right now. He must have changed maps. He must be on a much lower map than the rest of them. Although we've seen before, especially at round 1 at Bathurst, the Bentley has a very hefty fuel tank and can go a very long time. So we'll see if these guys can go at least another 36 minutes here. I believe they could go all the way to the end with just one stop. And if they have tire pressures right, they may not need tires for the 2 hours. But we'll see how these guys are pushing. If you're going in for, a decent amount of fuel, it might be worth it to come in and get your full hoops. But since we don't have a mandatory fuel stop this weekend, it's going to be very hard to see who comes in and win. But these top 4 guys right now are rocketing out in the front of the track. About 12 seconds now between It's Just Sam and Erish, and then another 27 seconds back to Ziki, who is in 5th overall, putting on a hurting of his own over the 74 of Smokes, who just had a little bit of an off-track excursion just about a lap back or so. These guys coming back together, as I said before, 114, 530, 46, 27, 47, and 51. So all relatively close together once again. 255 car. The Italian chasing the German around Silverstone. Looks super nice. We're in a Trofeo. Words are hard. Guys, words are hard. Trofeo series, just a little bit further back. Late last year, early this year. That was a lot of fun. All the races archived over on our YouTube. There's a playlist. Not all of them were streamed, I believe, but a good majority of them were. A lot of fun. We are trying to work out a schedule appropriate for our Porsche Cup series. And a lot of people are very excited for the Porsche Cup. Unfortunately, it can't be on Saturdays because we have our GT3 series, our Pro Driver series here. As this battle just continues to heat up. That Lamborghini looking very racy. Oh, it's Beefy looking to find his way around Andre. And he does. He's got the outside line, though. And then the inside line. Yeah, he's got the way around through the S's there. Andre, very nice and heads-up driving from that McLaren driver. That was a beautiful pass for 13th. Beefy had to make an early pit stop. I believe it was for damages, but we cannot confirm. But it was early on in the race and working his way back up through the field. And Andre are still on the lead lap from these guys, but not for long. The leaders probably about a good 15 seconds back from them. Very quick pace by those leaders right now. Very fast indeed. This is where I wish I had a co-host with me who could be doing stats and lap times. It would be very handy. Who is the Lamborghini? Got around TPSR Smokes. Looks at the inside line. Heading into the S's. Missed that pass. Wish we would have watched that. G-darn. Why didn't you say anything? Ugh. I'm just kidding. How dare they make moves while I'm not watching? That Lamborghini is a rocket ship down that back straight. Look at him go. Howdy, very good on the brakes, though. Reels him right back in. Remember, guys, in chat, if there are any particular drivers that you guys want to spectate or just check out on track, let me know. We'll go and check them out together. Do a little spying. Everybody but Black CR1, because every time we watch him bad things happen to his car. It just happened. I'm sorry, it just does. Nothing could be helped. Nothing could be done. SVR Larkin looking racy. Here in the mid-pack is the 114 car. It gets out of the way a little bit there from the Lexus. Lexus is doing very strong here at Silverstone, running 5th and 9th. Those are the sister cars, the team cars. See the points going across the bottom of your screen. Doggy had a few instances there. Coming back up through the field now, joining this mid-pack battle between Larkin, Fuzzball. A little bit further up the road, Smokes and Trippa. I'm just gonna call you Trip. Yeah. I like that livery design on that Lamborghini. Very smooth. Nice. As it looks like they're coming up to a Honda. That would be Mittens. Car. Four of these guys up front real quick. Very fast hands coming into the S's here. A few of these guys still on controller, and wouldn't you know, it's a few of the top guys at the moment. Both LMR Top Secret and GRT Erish running the pad this weekend. Pretty much everything that they do is on pad. Very skillful. I used to run controller way back. It's not bad. It's really not bad. You get the proper controller input settings. It's not bad. Not bad. Ooh, the 114 back in pit lane. That's PTG Onyx. Looks like that car has been really hurting this weekend. Mercedes seems to be doing very well out on track. Both Fuzzball and Erish. The upper side of the grid in their cars. Just moving about. Seven car here. Doggy Hat is carving his way through the field at the moment. Was about a second down now. Glued to the bumper of that Lexus. Bunch of cars out there in front of him at the moment. Andre lets the third place go. Leaders now starting to officially put laps on the rest of the field with 34 minutes gone now. Plenty of race left to go. Battle's coming together quite nicely here in the mid-pack. 9th and 8th right here in your screen for your viewing pleasure. Very nice indeed. Ferrari definitely looks like it's got the more pace in it, but is having some very troublesome times getting the workaround. I believe that was the 51 car just out in front of them, going super wide. Blasting through Formula 1, turn 1. Yeah, the first 51 car goes off track to avoid all of that scary nonsense. Ooh, the 27 car looks to the inside, going through the hairpin. Still forcing the outside. Can he get the power down? No, the 46 car's V8. Very torquey. You're going to have to fight for an inside line on that Lexus or really force the issue. Great driving by those guys. Looking at the inside line right there. Falls back as these two battle away. Letting Fuzzball get away. Now we're starting to see some real battles come together as fuel loads start to drop. Tires now probably really worn in as we're 17 laps in at the moment, almost 18. No position changes for the top 5 drivers at the moment. My goodness, the top 4 drivers put about 40 seconds over 4th and 5th. It's nearly half the track just for the top 4. GRT Erish, about 17 seconds now. Back from 3rd. Yeah, 17 seconds between 3rd and 4th right now. Those top 3, that Bentley, Porsche, and Ferrari, are just cooking around the track at the moment. Oh yeah, really struggling to find a way by SVR Larkin. Dedicated still out there in front of Beefy. Both these Ferraris very, very quick. Dedicated all that he can to get back that track space. Decent amount of time to do it. That's for sure. Hour, 22 minutes left here in round 3. 114 still in pit lane. Figure out the mechanical gremlins in that car, if you will. Dedicated still 2 laps down. Crazy Mitt, Eve is a lap down, as is Vinny, Black CR1, Andre, and now Hunter Fox. Now Beefy and Medicated threat from being put a lap down by race leaders. These guys are really cooking. They are really putting a hurting on the lap times right now. I would not be surprised if these guys are hitting 57s when out in open air. Tune in next weekend for round 4, 1.5 hours at Zolder. That is going to be a pretty cool race. I am a huge fan of Zolder. Cool little promo for it. Zolder. Very fun track. More of that coming up soon. Now 40 minutes gone and 80 left to go. No, yeah, math is right. Yes, the math is solid on that. Still, nobody coming to pit lane just yet. I predict we'll start seeing drivers come into pit lane in about 22 minutes. We'll want to go as long as possible on fuel. It's about 22, about another 30 minutes out on track. Full tank. And they'll probably grab some tires as well when they come in. Remember, stay hydrated, everybody. Drink lots of water. Yes. Zeke in 5th now, about a half a track back from race leaders. Six 27. 31. That's Black DR1. Lap down to these guys. Got the right settings on his tires now. Go medicated. And medicated hit a big oopsie early on in the race. Had to jump a few spots back, and then got disconnected. So he's working his way back through the field after a DC. But he's got great pace. So we'll see what happens come an hour and 18 minutes. As he is actually being put a lap down by race leaders. I can't really fault him for that. These guys are aliens out here on the track. Both SPS style, LMR top secret, and it's just Sam proving to be a menace among the aliens right now. Some crazy speed. Triplowski in the Ferrari, now in pit lane. Let's see what's going on down there in pit lane with our pit reporter Weasel. Yeah, we got Triplowski in the 255 car down here in pit lane, and looks like he's getting a stop. I'm not entirely sure if he's just getting a drinks bottle or not, and he's back off the jacks, and he's wheeling now. Yeah, oh my God, he just drove through that car. He just drove through the car. That's so weird, and he's out of pit lane and back on the race. All right, thank you, Weasel. Great pit report right there. Cannot confirm whether or not he got fuel or tires. Probably got tires. But he cut through the grass right there just a little bit. If he's not top 10, I'm shutting his internet off. You know what? If he's not top 10, he deserves to get his internet shut off. You could tell him I said that. This isn't recorded or anything. Just kidding. Go Medicated, go. He's definitely got speed right now. He's got enough speed in that Ferrari to come back for a top 10. Like, I know he at the moment you guys come in, he was being put down a lap, but he's actually doing very well at gaining track space. Oh, no. Now, Medicaid, no, it's just Sam just lost several seconds to the 992 car. I don't know if that was a issue trying to pass the 99 or that's Beefy, or the 22 of Beefy. I know Beefy and his Ferrari and Medicated have been going back and forth out on track. Not a position, overall position on grid, but a position to get his lap back over Vinny. Ooh, pushing a little hard there, Medicated, as you go cutting the grass through Beckett's and back straight. Doggy Hat still in the fight of his life. SVR getting around SVR Larkin. And it looks like Andre also got through there. That's not Andre, that's Black CR1. Black CR1 getting through there as well. Black CR1 still doing well out there on track. Fuzzball really sweating it out right there. And these cars on those straights are very comparable. The only serious advantage we've seen over others out on track is that the Lamborghini of Triploski seemed to gain about maybe a second over the Audis, and the Audis aren't no slouches on those straights. So it's very, very crazy to see the speed comparison of that Lamborghini versus the rest of the field at the moment. He came in for his pit stop, but I don't know if he'll be able to make it to the end. He might be able to make it to the end under fuel conditions, but we'll see about tires. Track temps have come up just a bit since the start of the race, but I don't think they'll get much hotter than they are right now. Track condition is optimum, and the track is laying rubber quite nicely. So we'll see what happens. Weather could still be a factor later on in the race. Well, he's got the inside line there on Fuzzball. As you can see, it's just that easy. Go just a little bit wide. And Doggy Hat takes advantage quite nicely and gets around the 530 machine. Got one down, passing around. TPSR smokes. Oh, his Fuzzball comes back and collects the rear end of Doggy Hat. That's going to be a big hit, as another one was collected of Black CR1 right there. CR1 hit the right side of that incident. Those two made it through quite nicely, but I suspect some penalties will be in order after that. Yeah, that was a big oopsie. Big oopsie indeed. And that will send Larkin into pit lane. Let's see if anybody's going to come and join him, as the 55 car is in pit lane as well. Let's head down to our pit reporter for these guys. Yeah, we're down here in pit lane. The 46 car has yet to pit their pit box, but the 55 car came in for fuel and tires and is now back out on track as the 46 comes to a stop. Looks like they got some damages to the driver's side of that car, as well as the rear. So we'll see if they get that fixed and back out on track. All right, thank you, Weasel, in the pit boxes. We'll see what's going on with the sister car, the 72 of Ziki. Still out there in 5th right now, holding the team pretty strong as the 51 car goes off track through Mackett's and Beckett's. Looking for a way back out on track as the 99 car comes through there. It seems to have calmed down since then. ETG Onyx is still in pit. Seems to be some pretty hefty damage to the 46 car. They're still in pit lane. Slowly reeling back in the 530 machine. It took a long time for him to get through that Mercedes. Only to lose position once again. As we'll jump back up to the first of the Ferraris in 3rd place, making his way through the field of Ferraris. Did you say Ferrari? Because I couldn't hear you. So many Ferraris. 25 from Mr. Sam. Doing well up front. Still trying to keep his eye on LMR Top Secret and the Bentley as they carve their way through traffic right now. As doing a very good job at keeping close together as they make their way through traffic. As the 74 car and the 27 car are now in pit lane. Both TPSR drivers, but different teams at the moment. Team TPSR Esport. Once again, we'll jump back to our pit lane reporter, Weasel. Yeah, we're down here in pit lane. The 74 hits their pit box right in front of the 114 nicely, and looks like they'll do fuel and tires, and they should be good to go to the end of the race. TPSR Smokes is now rolling out of his pit box as the 27 car hits theirs. The 99 machine also in pit lane right now, probably doing fuel and tire stop as well, and they're out of pit lane, and they're good to go to the end. Nicely done. All right, very cool. Doggy Hat still in pit lane, but the Team Ferrari of TPSR Esport done their pit stop. They can probably make it to the end, maybe, sort of, kind of. We'll have to see. There is a massive gaggle of cars right there. Next onto the straight. A lot of those cars not fighting for official position, but trying to stay alive. Stay alive. Not a whole lot of action going on. These guys up here, very close together. And for position, way back from Elsthorpe. Already came into pit lane. Race is going quite well. Sir Lobster going quite well indeed. Almost to the halfway point here in round 3. No weather to be seen as of yet. Very cloudy skies and a very warming up track, but still kind of cold. Very cool track indeed. So we'll see if we get rain to cool the track off and to mix things up towards the end of the race. See. But as of right now, first place overall with 26 laps in the books is the Bentley of SPS Stale, followed very closely by LMR Top Secret, as those two have been going at it since the beginning of the race. Top Secret actually started 3rd, hard charged the first couple corners to gain that 2nd place, and has been working hard to catch that Bentley ever since. It's just Sam was doing a fantastic job of keeping his eye on 2nd place, but after running into a few complications with some lap traffic, catching them in some of the unfortunate areas of the track. Been put down 10 seconds, and it can happen just like that. The GRT Arish in 4th place right now, making another lap down of the 51 car. That's Vinny. Back there in 16th. Now down 2 laps from our overall leaders. Arish probably running a very different map set in his Mercedes right now. Still about 26 seconds back from the overall race leader. Let's see if his strategy pays off. I know he's running a very different strategy. Most of these guys probably going to be running a 50-50 split for this race like they did at Monza. Just one round to go. Very different race conditions. And looks like Striplowski just got around the Audi of TPSR Smokes. That last couple corners there, just caught the end of that. This battle's been going on for quite some time now. Cars spread out throughout the entire field at this point. I still really wish we could have like another, I don't know, maybe 10 cars out on track. That would be fantastic. Imagine, Smokes off track. Mackens and Beckett's just behind Lamborghini now. That's going to lose a lot of track space as it looks like the 99 car comes flying by. The 99 car of Medication. Now only 8 seconds back to Vinny. Definitely had a lot of speed in that car. The unfortunate disconnection not only put him a lap down from track time, but puts you a lap down once you rejoin and have to go back to pits to restart the session. He would be up there, I believe, with Arish, as well as Doggy Hat has a very unfortunate set of circumstances here in this race. Keeps getting put out in some unpredictable situations, but he's definitely hard charging in his Ferrari as well. An hour left to go. I predict I don't know, Lobster. I don't know if they confirmed an increased track car count. I know on PC it's much higher, but I don't know if console will be. That is something I'm gonna have to look into. 'Cause I don't know. I'm sure somebody knows. Hey chat, Lobster has a question. Answer it. Let's see. That usually works sometimes, right? No? Okay, well, I tried. Yeah, I'll figure that out and I'll post it in Discord. I'll try and find an article or something about it. That would be very nice if they did. I know they're adding quite a few new things to the next upgraded version. Oh, his Doggy Hat almost collects the wall. Turning in a little bit too soon there. Just a bit. Alright, the 27 car. Doggy Hat. Where's your sister car? There you are. Medicaid. Oh, Medicaid goes flying off track. What are you doing over there? We keep catching these two in some like the worst spots as him. They're making the biggest mistakes so far. That's unfortunate. The gameplay, if they showed 24 drivers, well, that's an increased amount, and I am all about it. I will allow 24 drivers, although I wish we could have more. I'm sure the hardware could handle more, but I'm not entirely sure the ping rates would like us for being on console. And we'll have to see. We'll have to see. 30 would be nice. 24 would be nice as well. Not as nice, but still nice. Oh, we got a close niche battle up front once again, probably due to lap traffic, as Stahl now has that Porsche right up underneath that rear wing of that Bentley. Erish several seconds back now, 20 seconds back is Sam. Is that my computer? Sure was. Subscribe, Lobster. Appreciate it. Yeah. I should also mention, while we're spectating this epic battle right now, once we reach 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel, I, your host, Barbecue, so that's the old gamer tag, TPSR Weasel, I haven't made that mistake in a long time, guys. TPSR Weasel will be doing 100 laps at Spa in that car that you're spectating right now, the Porsche GT3. 100 laps at Spa. We'll do that. 100 laps at Spa. One take. No mistakes. There will be plenty of mistakes. Don't worry. But, oh, we got several cars back in pit lane. Let's jump down to our pit lane reporter and see what's going on down there in the pits. Yeah, you got the cars in pit lane. You have the 99 of Medication, the 243 of Hunter, and Beefy also in pit lane. I don't believe Medication is in here on a scheduled stop. He came in a few laps ago. As we hit the halfway point here in the race, we'll start to see more and more drivers come in for their official stop. As we see second place, which was first place, now coming to pit lane. That is SPS Style. He's now coming down pit lane with a black ZR1 close in tow as they come into their pit boxes. Most of these are going to be scheduled stops. We'll see where they come out when they're done. All right, thank you, Weasel in the pit box. Yeah, I was seeing on Discord we forgot the mandatory pit stop. That's okay. Everybody's going to have to pit anyway in a 2-hour race, especially with the track temps. Don't worry. All right. As LMR Top Secret comes through to complete. Oh, not a complete. That's the old F1. Old F1s. You want to join for the 100 laps at Spa? I could make it a private session and we could just go. I'll make a poll on Twitter and on our Discord if I should make it a solo or if you guys want to come in and join the session too. Yeah, I could do that. If you want to come in for the 100 laps at Spa, I'll just keep it an open session. It'll be a private session, but if you go to our Discord, I'll post the password for that session there, so you guys can just come and go whenever you guys please. But I will be doing the 100 laps on my own. Hit that little red triangle and make it happen. Yeah. As our race leader comes into pit lane, was in second, now hitting his pit box limiter. Hanging hot. Did you see that? That was beautifully done there from the Porsche. 992 car out here this weekend. Comes in and hits his pit box quite beautifully. Second place of It's Just Sam also does the same. Very nice. GRT Erish still out. Yeah, he's still in fourth, right behind SPS Stale, as he still needs to make his pit stop. Give me a second here, guys. I need to check something over on Discord real quick. Oh no, Beefy forgot to pit for fuel. Oh no. Okay, yeah, medication came in for fuel and tires early on in the race after his DC, and he got DC'd again, so he's back in. Oh, terrible, terrible luck from the 99 car. Yeah, so when he went in for fuel, hit the fuel load, and when he left, it showed him not having fueled the car. So that is unfortunate right there. So he'll have to suffer that. And then he got hit with another DC. So he's back in and is now 3 laps down over these guys. And LMR Top Secret took out on top with a small undercut of Stahl and is now about 2.5 seconds ahead after his pit stop. And about 20 seconds back is It's Just Sam. And about another 20 seconds back is GRT Arish after he made his stop. Very quick stop right there, if I do believe. I was checking things over on the Computadora. Several cars now in pit lane. The tail end of your field. Black CR1 in pit lane. Crazy Mittens in pit lane. Beefy in pit lane. Medicated Nation also in pit lane. Probably really hating life right now. But sometimes that's the name of the game. Take the car back to the paddock. Wink. So. And get her done. Alright, now TPSR Elzebor, he's made his dive into pit lane. Yeah. And also, if you guys head over to car, got a little bit of a lull going on right now. Let's check it out here because this battle's still pretty close. You guys head over to our Discord channel. We have a lovely poll going on. We asked you guys, which is your favorite livery? And you have the 75 and the 25 car up there. And you guys chose... Hey, you guys chose my car, TPSR Weasel 75 Nissan GTR, the black, gray, and gray car TPSR. That was your guys' choice. For next poll, we'll have... There you go. Next weekend is the Lexus, the sister cars. Let me actually... You guys... Go. You guys... So their team is, I just had it, North Star Racing. So that's the North Star Racing team. Over here, the Lexus machines. You have the 72 and the 46. Oh, there's a backwards Lamborghini coming out of the hairpins. That would be Triplowski. He gets that Lamborghini turned around. I know it's a mid-engine car, but you cannot turn it around, and it will not be a front-engine car, no matter how much you ask it. He gets that pointed in the right direction and back under power as he'll lose several positions from that. Smokes right there behind him. That's a very dangerous spot to spin out at here. If you miss that checkpoint from on the track, it'll actually put you a lap down until you come back around and hit that timing and scoring sector marker. You may be at full speed, but if you miss it, it will put you a lap down. A very dangerous corner to spin out at. Done it several times myself. Ooh, the 12 car of Mittens off in turn 1. As Fuzzball's in pit lane, and still PTG, Medication BP, Black CR1, and Vinny also in pit lane. becoming a very demanding track at the moment. Ambient temperatures starting to climb. Track temperatures also starting to climb. Started the session about 11 degrees centigrade out on the track. Now up to 16 centigrade. Across the pond. What is that in Fahrenheit? 40 degrees? Something like that? 30 something? No, it's up to 100 degrees. Yeah, 50 degrees? 50 something? Don't do math well. Excuse this silly American measuring instruments. Top secret. Putting a little bit of space in between him and second place of stall right now. Was about a second a few laps ago. 34 laps completed. Oh, a little bit of an off there from the Bentley. That's going to eat up some track time, that's for sure. This mid-pack battle is still where it's at and where it is all popping. SVR Larkin, there's a Lex, McLaren. I believe that's Black CR1. Hey, find out. No, Black CR1 is in pit lane, so that's Andre. Andre letting the Lexus go. That's the 46 car. A lap down now. I like those McLarens. They're very fun to drive in this game. I get the weird impression to drive them like a prototype instead of a GT car. Just from how they sit from the cockpit view. Very reminiscent of a proto. Just a little bit on the other side of the track. You got Fuzzball and Elzevor. Oh, they were pretty close. Not anymore. Get some water. So I'll throw my voice tomorrow. That's exactly what I don't want. How's everybody enjoying the racing? You guys enjoying the racing so far? Been a few battles that have been going on pretty strong, especially this top battle at the moment. Although it's starting to spread out quite quickly as Erish has been pretty much falling back about a second a lap from the start of the race. It's just Sam losing track time after he lost sight of the leaders, those top two aliens. But still, with 47 minutes left here in the race, anything could happen. A lot of cars out here on track. The battle definitely heating up right now between Smokes and Larkin as they're swapped positions as they were from the scoring card. So that is a new development. Love seeing that. And don't forget, guys, if you guys missed any of the action from any of the other races in the season, head to the playlist for this season over on our YouTube channel. And if you got some free time, check those out as well. Pretty good racing going on last weekend at Monza. Drivers have definitely rated that a 10 out of 10 must watch again race. only an hour and a half. But man, the battles were awesome. All the way to the end, which I have a sneaking suspicion that's exactly what's going to happen here this weekend. Here at Silverstone. Very bright colors on that 74 car. I can dig it. About an hour and 12 minutes in now. About an hour and 15. Hour and 15. Fatigue is definitely going to be a factor for a lot of these guys. Sam now 30 seconds back. Definitely had an off somewhere. He's right in front of these guys of Smokes and Larkin. Not a battle for position between Larkin and Sam. Sam has a lap over Larkin. The North Star Racing Team doing very well, sitting 6th and 5th right now. Doing fantastic in the championship points, which are displayed over on the Discord channel. I do not have team points up right now in front of me, but it is definitely very, very close indeed. I can't show you guys. So actually, TPSR Esport, that is Doggy Hat and Medication, with a total of 45 points right now, and that is Larkin and Zeke and North Star with 103. And you have Erish and Fuzzball in their Evil Line Racing team with 92 points. Hunter Fox and Mittens in Gamer Slow Racing. I did not see their racing team title until just now. Then you have TPSR Smokes and Elzebor and TPSR Team Audi. That's the team points as of right now. I believe we have another team that is in there now. I'll have to check the Google Doc later on. All that will be updated. Typically, we update points and post them official by Monday. Tomorrow, if there are any incidences between now and this time tomorrow, are the times for submissions for on-track crashes or incidences that need to be reviewed. We review them, and then we post official scoring later. But for the most part, how it is how it stays. In case you know, that's how it do. That's how it do, though. These two still nearly joined at the hip. Porsche and Bentley. Every time these guys go around track together, it's just, it's a sight to behold. They're so good at pushing the cars to their limits and keeping them there for so long. Like, we're over an hour and 15 minutes into this race, and they started next to each other, and they're still next to each other for an hour and 15 minutes. That's a level of racing that I want to be at. Like, that is like peak competition, right? I don't think I'll ever be as fast as these guys, but I definitely want to keep striving for that consistent goal. You just witnessed Doggy Hat kind of moving off to the side to let GRT Erish by. He's still only 12 seconds behind. It's just Sam, who is now 32 seconds total behind second place of Stahl. Hydration check, everybody. Get your waters. Drink Kool-Aid, lemonade, tea. Personally, I am a tea drinker. I like tea. I like southern sweet. Very good. A little sugary, but very good. Back of the field, quite spread out, but still battling with other cars around them. That's what I keep talking about this track. Even though you make a mistake, there's still plenty of action to be found out on track. You may be a lap down, you may be ahead of somebody 1 or 2 laps, but there's still always going to be cars in, like, near you or around you pretty much any given time on this track. It's just the nature of it. And Stell takes out another half a second on Top Secret as they come through the S's and onto the back straight. Top speed of that Bentley. Super late braking too. Into that final corner. Definitely keeps it under wraps. Top Secret is going to have a handful, as it looks like they're about to come up to some lapped cars, the 12 and 51. Just a little bit further up the road. Very complicated double apex corner onto the rumble strips on that outside. As the rumble strips on the outside, then turn in. Very challenging corner. Set of corners across the F1 stadium section. This part is where the Porsche thrives, the sharp, pointy turns, point and shoot. You see the Porsche pulls out about another 2 car lengths with the speed of that Bentley. On the draft, down these long straights. Both are about the same when it comes to mid-corner handling. Very different ways of doing it, but still about the same. "38 minutes left here in the session. The race. Not really a session, is it? Wait, it could be. The race session. We'll see how they handle the lap traffic. Oh, as Mittens makes a mistake, goes off track, nearly coming back out on front of race leaders, as well as slow down his Honda to stay out of the way. Wanted to go screaming by. Coming through now, 40 laps down in this race. Smokes and Doggy Hat still going at it. Doggy Hat looking to the inside line. Smokes giving a little bit of room. Might have been an invitation, but that's a very fast corner. Side by side as they head through the S's. Nope. Doggy Hat falls in line. Very bumpy there. There indeed. Definitely a battle we're going to want to keep our eye on them, and the battle that's going on up front. Oh. 51 car lets them by pretty effectively. Stahl couldn't use Ferrari as a pick. No position change. Out of the final corner. 2 different lines out of that final corner. Bentley goes a little sharper as the Porsche goes all the way out to the curb. This battle still rages on as well. Audi and Ferrari. Loving the different manufacturers in the series. Smokes going super wide, definitely inviting the dive bomb there from the 27 car, but doesn't allow the way around as Smokes has the inside line. I think they're just trying to see where each other is going to make a mistake. Lights flashing inside line from the Ferrari. Super late on the brakes. Definitely barely got that car woed down. Head on into the carousel. But did finally make the pass on the teammate of Smokes. Done. These two back to pushing super hard. 35 minutes left on the clock as Triplovsky comes into pit lane in his Lamborghini. While the 74 of Smokes goes off track through the S's. A minor loop, and he's back underway. Just a little bit of a loop. Probably too much curb. That high curb diet. Andre just putting a position over the Lamborghini. The Honda of Hunter definitely making a comeback. Hondas were not doing too hot earlier in the race. Consistency of Hunter charging strong, letting a few of the drivers go. That was that was Zeke that just went by. It was. Still super close together. First and second as they put a lap down on Elzevor. These guys are rocketing. They're already putting a lap down. Lap down over 8th and back. 6th and back? Oh. Oh, 5th. 5th is a lap down now. My goodness. You guys are killing it. I believe everybody at this point has done their pit stops, so I think everybody can make it to the end pretty much worry-free, except, you know, these guys who are still punching each other for what will probably be the next 32 minutes and 50 seconds of the race. I'm very much looking forward to it, because they've been doing it for an hour and a half already. And I am very surprised that we have not seen any bit of weather for this race, which continues to heat up the track. Now at 17 centigrade, Celsius, centigrade, however you pronounce it, for track time, which is only going to make these guys faster at this point. As the Lamborghini now catching up to the 55 McLaren. Andre having to sweat out. Oh, as Triplovsky goes the inside line through the hairpins, getting the pass done super effectively. Wow, that was a very smooth and very pretty pass through the hairpins there. Definitely nice hands on that one. Lamborghini is going to be very quick this season. I feel it in my bones. I'm on board with GRT Arish real quick. Got going on right now. Got Fuzzball about to be in a battle with the Lamborghini and the McLaren. Not for position. I believe they're both a lap down to the Mercedes. We'll see what happens here. That Lamborghini looking very fast right now. Like Buzzball started to turn on the jets as soon as he saw that Lamborghini come around. Just jump back up to that battle that we've been watching all race long. The gap between second and third is now 36 seconds. These guys are really pushing hard here in the final quarter of this race. Under 30 minutes to go now, guys. It kind of doesn't feel like it's already been an hour and a half. These guys have been pushing incredibly hard for so long, and going so fast. Already putting 44 laps in the books. It probably feels a little different in the seat that they're in right now, but it definitely feels like it hasn't been an hour and a half. 5 laps completed by the 992 car. Oh, big off there by race leader and the following car pushing so hard. Both of them made the mistake through Meckett's and Beckett's and nearly missing the turn onto the final straight. I need to change my battery. Alright guys, bear with me 1 second. My controller is dying. Uno momento. Oh, Top Secret almost lost it there. Did I miss anything? Oh, Top Secret, he goes around. He touched the curb or the grass on the outside and loses it. Just coming out of, I believe is... Yeah, there's the new F1, turn 1. Oh, no. All right, well, Stahl now has a comfortable lead over that Porsche at the moment. Okay, well, these batteries are already bad. Give me a second. I gotta find some new batteries. That was terrible. All right. Up. You saw nothing? All right, perfect. So, That puts SPS Stall out in the lead by over 6 seconds now. They were together by less than a second for so long. Yeah, I don't know. They might have pit a little too early. They should have pushed maybe a little bit sooner. Or rather, a little bit later. Rather, because they're how hard they're pushing now. I wonder if Stahl even picked up tires in his pit stop, because he came in and out and came out ahead of Stahl. That might have bit him a little bit too hard. As we saw in round 1, the consistency and longevity of the Bentley is definitely something to be feared for sure. As everybody is now very spread out all over the track. Give it a few more minutes and we'll have others back together. On board 5. Andre. Nice. About 25 minutes left to go in the race. And your first and second place now separated by 6 seconds, the largest gap so far this race between the two. It's 31 seconds back from second to third. Parrish back another 15 seconds to It's Just Sam. That gap really hasn't expanded too much. Most likely due to traffic. Stahl making his way around 255. Looks like it was a pretty decent and clean pass. 530 in the Lamborghini 255 car. It looks like they were decently close together and now not anymore. They're I'd say about 10 to 12 seconds apart from each other right now. Just a few seconds from one another a few laps ago. So either Fuzzball turned on the jets or a curb got the Lambo. Stahl keeping that gap about 6 seconds over second place of Top Secret. Just touching the grass on the inside there. Very dangerous. Very dangerous with this man, little of time left. You can see that Porsche in your rear view mirror. Definitely made a pretty good comeback after having an incident super early on in the race. had to fight incredibly hard to come back and jump all the way back up to 7th. Definitely one of the hard chargers of the evening. Yeah, I definitely have to give my vote to Doggy Hat. No bias from TPSR family, but you know. Let's see, who else has been super hard charging? The 11 of Hunter Fox has been very consistent in his driving. And you can definitely tell that the Honda is not the strongest here this weekend, but just through sheer consistency, Hunter has managed to stay in 11th this entire race, with just 20 minutes to go now. Man, how the time is flying. Great team battles going on all over the board. Computer making all kinds of weird noises right now. Not like bad noises, just message noises. Oh, we lost another one. Who did we lose? That's unfortunate. Who was that? Oh no! That's what it was. 5 cars still battling it out with the 47 machine. A lap difference between the two. Elzebor flashing his lights as he's coming around. Not a battle for position, but they are together out on track. Elzebor looking to the outside. Andre allowing the pass, as there's no real purpose for the fight. Elzebor very smooth through the S's there in his Audi. Smooth is fast in a lot of these corners, as that's a Ferrari right here behind him. I believe that's Vinny. That's not Vinny. Who's that? Who's that? There's a 25, so that's just Sam. Right there behind Andre and Elzebor. He's going to pass on the inside there. Look at him go. Nice and smooth. Well done. My favorite car of the grid. My favorite looking car. Yeah, my personal favorite, just out of like livery, would probably have to be Hunter's. But if we're going off of my favorite car in general, I love the Porsche. I'm a Porsche driver. Yeah, I know. I get it a lot. I drive a Porsche. Ha, 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 ha. Nah, but it's a lot of fun. Now you guys know my favorite car of the week. What is your favorite car out here on the grid this evening? Is it one of the many fleet of Ferraris? Maybe a lime highlighter Audi? Maybe even possibly a Smurf UPS truck that is also known as a Bentley. Yeah. A lot of nice liveries and color schemes out here on the grid. Pretty cool. Stahl has lap traffic in front of him. He's about 7 seconds ahead of LMR Top Secret. The 530 machine lets Stahl go. Oh, was it enough? Oh, cut the corner just a little bit too much. And 2-second gain. Top Secret got 2-second gain over Stahl on that one, but he's got to make his way around Fuzzball as well. With 15 minutes to go left in the session, leader comes across the line for 52 laps at Silverstone. We are completing black, green, and white one. The Porsche is pretty clean. Yeah, the Porsche is very clean. Very nice livery design there on Top Secret's Porsche. Ooh, going super fast. Basically just bunny hopping the curb there and off into the grass. Pushing very hard in the closing minutes of this race. Brought down to about 4.6 seconds, was 7 just a lap ago. Having to make a slow pass around Fuzzball, but he still has to make, Top Secret has to make a pass on him as well. It's just Sam. Several seconds behind, 35 seconds back to the top two, and then you have GRT Erish coming through the S's, just a little bit further back. Quite as far, but still a hefty amount of 15 seconds back on grid. Those top four, once they start to lose sight of each other, they kind of just start pulling away. Unless a mistake happens, it's very hard to make a gain from the top of the field. And Smokes in danger of being put down at yet another lap from race leaders. They come through. Track temps increase once again in the closing hours of the race. There you go. Smokes does nice to let the first place Bentley go by. Although Smokes now has a battle on his hands as well, and that is for track position. Fuzzball now just a second behind Smokes, now probably less than that, as they are smack dab in between first and second. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is going to get interesting real quick. Definitely going to be let's see. These two are battling it out. Smokes defending that inside line. Heading into F1, turn 1. Oh, cutting a little bit too sharp there. Super late into the brake zone, almost giving Fuzzball the open door to make the pass through the inside. Fuzzball does well to let the Porsche go, though. As lights now flashing for Top Secret. Blue flags are out. As Smokes lets the 992 go the inside line, but Fuzzball's going to try and use the Porsche as a pick. Couldn't get it done because the inside line for the next corner allowed Smokes to close the door on the Mercedes. No change of position there. That was for a lap down. Still about a 4-second gap between Stall and Top Secret. The Porsche went off track just a little bit there in turn 1. That's going to slow him down just a bit. With 10 seconds left on the clock, if Stall can keep his hands smooth for the next 10 minutes, I think he's got it. There's still a lot of racing left to do, as he's got a lot of open track out in front of him. So these two are going to do hot laps for the next 10 minutes. Mercedes so fast in a straight line, but the Audi is just too good on the brakes. Got an epic battle going on here. The gap now out to 5 seconds between first and second. Smokes is defending for his life right now. Knees weak, palms sweaty. Not sure if he's had any spaghetti. Both cars getting pretty slidey into the hairpins here. Look like a lot of front end push from that Audi. Tires probably starting to get a little degradated. A little bit of worn out. Wrong temps put in. Ooh, the Mercedes almost for the inside move there. Tried to do that just a lap ago as well. The gap between first and second continues to grow. Just over 5 seconds now. Third place, if it's just Sam, now about a half a track back, but GRT Arish, about no difference between time between third and fourth. I would say still about 15, yeah, they're 16 seconds, so those two running pretty comparable lap times, just not next, hiccup, just not next to each other. Battle going on here, and this is for position. This is between Andre and Vinny, as there's only 8 minutes left to go here in the session. We got several battles going on all the way after 2 hours of racing here at Silverstone. McLaren and Ferrari, Audi and Mercedes, Bentley and Porsche. Those are the three large battles going on. Andre defending that inside line through turn 1. Using all of the curb. Ooh, the Ferrari, the 51, diving to the inside line. Ooh, that's very close indeed. Both have to do a little bit of a check-up maneuver. That's I believe that's Elzebor right behind them. A lap ahead of these guys, but behind them on track position. back up to the Fuzzball battle. And Fuzzball does make it around. Smokes in that last sector. Sometimes it's hard to tell who's making a move, because everybody's right up on top of each other. The Porsche takes another, like a half a second out of the race leader. But is it enough to continue the fight all the way to first? I'm not quite sure. If he catches him, can he make it by, though? That is the question. Smokes still right up underneath the wing of the Mercedes, looking to the inside line. These two are going to be pushing hard. Not a lot of threat of traffic in their vicinity. Almost door to door going through the second sector. Pretty much in each other's shadows. Can't even see the Audi behind that Mercedes. That battle's still going on, but the battle here is fast and furious as well. A little bit of a gap now, as there is a Lexus in between the 55 and the 51. That is Larkin, putting these guys down a lap for him. Now 5 minutes left to go in the session. An hour and 55 minutes have passed. And from first to second is less than 5 seconds. Incredible pace by our race leaders all race long. Stall and Top Secret, definitely the aliens of their breed here on the Xbox edition of Asseto Corsa Competizione. The 74 is off in the S's, the trouble spot for that car. Saw the dust fly as the camera panned over. He was stopped. No loss of positions, but a little bit of loss of morale as he comes across the timing and scoring now. We'll lose about 7 seconds. About a second between the 55 now and the 51, with the car in between them still. I'm not sure who that is. I believe that's Doggy Hat. Yep, 27 Ferrari. In between that battle. Depending on where race leader is, I think we might get 2 more laps. Into the brake zone. Smooth apex to apex. Curb to curb now. Full throttle all the way out. Very smooth indeed. Coming across the line to finish 58 laps so far. Yeah, we'll definitely see 2 more laps here at Silverstone. Doggy Hat still trying to chase down SVR Larkin. About 3 minutes, yeah, about 3 minutes in between them. About 3 seconds in between him. He can see him, he can smell him. He's just up the road with the corn dog, and he's trying to run him down. As the battle that they just went through with Fuzzball. Who was that? That was with Andre and the 51 of Vinny. 51 taking position away from Andre. Right there. About a lap ago. Still about a second-ish between them. Now about 2 seconds. Lights flashing on Andre. Saying, pull me along! Help! Minute 30 left to go here in round 3. And it's still quite hot indeed. Doggy Hat. Now 2 seconds for Larkin as SVR Larkin has to hit pit lane, probably due to fuel. And that'll put Doggy Hat all the way up into 6th. Incredible. The 72 of Zeke up the road, 14 seconds, but there's not a whole lot he can do with that. He's going to have to do a splash and dash here. This is going to eat up a lot of time and a lot of track position as the leader comes through to complete 59 laps. We will do 60 laps here at Silverstone. As the white flag flies for the Bentley and Top Secret. Still about 5-second gap in between them, but they have traffic in between, as that is Elzebor in between them. Not really battling anybody. He's out there in no man's land. As he kind of cuts off to the side and lets Top Secret go. As Flat 6 screams by on Hanger Straight. No other real battles to speak of what's going on at the moment. Everybody's quite spread out as Larkin comes back out of pit lane. Still ahead of Fuzzball, but behind Doggy Hat by a lot. I think that was like 34 seconds. So that was a 34-second-ish pit stop. It's definitely a splash and dash to make it to the end. As we'll ride on board with the 617 Bentley of SPS Stahl for the remainder of this race. As he comes through and out onto the mid straight. Still has LMR Top Secret in his rear view mirror, but if he keeps his hands steady for the final carousel, he'll make it out onto the front straight and claim yet another victory this season. Came in first at Bathurst and now first again here at Silverstone, and a fantastic run by the Porsche of LMR Top Secret as well. What a fantastic run there from the 992. As we'll see several other cars. SVR Larkin, he'll come across the line. TPSR Elzebor, he'll claim 11th. Fuzzball. Smokes will come across the line here in 9th. Fantastic run there by the TPSR Audi crew. 9th and 11th on grid. We'll jump on board with the 25 machine. As it's just Sam comes across the line. He'll claim his 3rd spot as first run Trip comes across the line as well. 12th. Mittens in 15th. And Erish starting in 2nd, making his way down to 4th, but coming across the line in 4th. Number 4 on the side of his car, very fitting indeed. 72 of Zeke, super consistent, stayed out of trouble all race long, managed to squeeze a 5th place victory out of his Lexus. Fantastic driving by Zeke and SVR Larkin. As Doggy Hat almost had to sweat it out to make the pass over SVR Larkin. He'll come across the line in 6th place as Hunter and Vinny come across the line. Last one to come across the line here will be Andre And that is your final grid for the race weekend. Fantastic racing. Yes, indeed, fantastic racing all around. These guys are incredible. That's 2 hours of cold track at Silverstone. That is just incredible. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining the stream. Thank you, everybody who subscribed to the channel. That means a lot to us. Don't forget to hit up our socials. Those are in the description below. Follow us on Twitter for all of the latest updates, and join our Discord family for if you want to race with us during the week. Yeah, also, if you subscribe to our channel, once we reach 100 subscribers, your host and commentator, TPSR Weasel, will be doing 100 laps at Spa in the Porsche GT3 car. And that'll be streamed from start to end, so that should be a lot of fun. So hit that little red button. This will be archived, as well as all of the other races this season. I don't believe we have any other announcements. I do know that we did post some things for the Porsche Cup, or GT3 Porsche Cup series that's coming up relatively soon. We might end up having to push that back just for dates for later in the season, for the end of the year, and maybe into next year. So we will probably have points up for this race, probably by Monday. So look forward to that over on our social media. I should write some things down that I wanted to say. No, that's pretty much it. Thank you, everybody, for joining the stream. Thank you for sticking it out if you stayed from start to end. It was fun. So we'll see you guys next weekend for Zolder. Yes, that is going to be a very fun stream indeed. Let's get another full 20 car field for this 1.5 hours of Zolder. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, so look forward to that next weekend. Everybody have a safe night. Everybody have good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. And I've been TPSR Weasel. Peace out, everybody.